Hey future nurses, welcome to this introduction video to the NCLEX RN exam. In this video, we will take a look at eligibility requirements, cost, what to expect at the testing center, and content that you'll be tested on. First, eligibility requirements. In order to be eligible for the NCLEX RN, you must first complete an accredited registered nurse program, and then you must apply to the Board of Nursing/regulatory body in order to take the NCLEX RN. You'll receive your acceptance or denial letter via email. This is called the Authorization to Test email, or ATT. It will be sent to the email that you registered with. After you receive your ATT email, you will then need to schedule your exam with Pearson VUE. You can register over the phone or online. Upon registration, you will have to pay the registration fee. The cost is $200 and it is non-refundable. If you are scheduling internationally, there is an extra fee of $150. When you arrive at the testing center, there are a couple of things that you will need to prepare for. The first thing is that you need to be sure that you have an acceptable ID present. If you do not have an acceptable ID, then you will not be allowed to test. An ID is considered acceptable if it has all of the following. It is government issued, non-expired, has your full name, it is a recent photo, and contains your signature. On test day, you will want to dress comfortably because you could potentially be sitting for 6 hours. However, hats, scarves, gloves, and coats will not be allowed inside of the testing room. Be sure to get to the testing center 30 minutes early. Planning to arrive early can help to eliminate the risk of being late. Students that show up over 30 minutes late will not be allowed to test, and you'll have to go through the whole registration process again, including payment. Your biometrics are required in order to take the exam, which they will take at the testing center. This includes your signature, a palm vein scan, and a photo. You will not be allowed to take any resources into the testing room. Everything you need will be provided to you. You are given 6 hours to complete the NCLEX RN exam. Included in the 6-hour time frame is the pre-test tutorial and 2 optional breaks. The first break will be offered after the 2-hour mark, and second break will be offered after 3.5 hours of testing. Take your time on each question. Once you submit an answer, you will not be allowed to go back and change it. The NCLEX RN exam is a computer adaptive exam. This basically means that not everyone is guaranteed to get all the same questions. The better you do, the harder your questions will start to become. The reason this is the case is because they want to test your ability. The computer will give you a question it thinks you have a 50% chance of getting correct. If you get it right, you will get a more difficult one. If you get it wrong, it will give you a less difficult problem. This will continue on until your level of ability is identified. The other thing that this means is that you don't know exactly how many questions you will specifically get. However, you won't get less than 75, this is 15 experimental and 60 scored, and you won't get more than 265. Now, let's take a look at what exactly is covered on the exam. The NCLEX RN exam includes the following topics. Safe and effective care environment. This includes management of care comprising 17 to 23%, and safety and infection control covering 9 to 15%. Health promotion and maintenance comprise about 6 to 12% of the exam's question. Psychosocial integrity comprise about 6 to 12% of the exam questions. Physiological integrity. This includes basic care and comfort comprising 6 to 12%, pharmacological and parenteral therapies comprising 12 to 18%, reduction of risk potential comprising 9 to 15%, and physiological adaptation comprising 11 to 17%. Don't allow preparing for the exam to overwhelm you. Our team here at Mometrix has worked hard to put together a study guide that covers all the information that you'll be expected to know for the NCLEX RN exam. Our study guides include practice tests to help you gauge your readiness for test day. To purchase our study guides or flashcards, you can click right here. Also, be sure to click the link in the comments to head over to our website for further resources. Happy studying!